What is up, everybody? I'm on the road again, heading back down to Thomasville, Georgia for a bird dog demonstration at Box Hall Plantation. Not Fox Hall, like up in Atlanta. No, Box Hall, B-O-X. A couple of things I'm going down to Thomasville for. So I'm going down for the bird dog demonstration. Uh-oh, got a little light coming in. Bird dog demo, but then also I am picking up one of my old dogs, Drip, from Elsoma Plantation. So a buddy of mine, Eric, who both of us were mentored by Neal Carter, I would consider him like in my peer group, right? Like if bird dogs had like a class or like a graduating class of Neal Carter Jr., Eric and I would be quote unquote in the same graduating class. Heck of a dog, man, and really is the head dog trainer, head dog man at Elsoma. Well, he and I are good buddies, and they're actually downsizing on a few of their dogs. Just, they got a lot of dogs there and don't need as many anymore. Mr. Chapin doesn't. And they've always been great friends. Mr. Chapin has always just been so hospitable and courteous. Let me run on the property, run my dogs. A lot of the times where I run my dogs on wild birds. And so that being said, I got a chance to get Drip back. And that's exciting. Like, I haven't seen him since he was little. He's about 5 now. But I haven't seen him since he was little. He's probably close to about a year old. When I left him with my buddy. And so he ran him down there a good bit. He ran him down there and, got him wild bird exposure. So he's finished. He's completely broke. I had started him, when I had him, what's funny is the last bird dog, or was it the last? It was either the last or second to last bird dog demo. The one that I did at for Minority Outdoor Lions Festival. My wife and I's nonprofit at Orvis Purcell Farms. We actually did a demo. We would do demos as a part of the entire experience, the festival experience. And Drip was actually there. So there's a photo of me holding Drip with Neal. He and I would do demos together. So, like, even this bird dog demonstration thing is kind of full circle for me. I hadn't really thought about that, but it's really full circle for me. In that, even the box seat kennels, hunting kennels, like the Neal Carter kennel had. Like, I don't know. I didn't really think about all the symbolism that's going on right now. Wow, that really just hit me. I knew I was planning to wear Neal's hat because that's a tradition that I have, but I really didn't think about one of the last times he and I would do bird dog demos together was at Minority Outdoor Lions Festival, and he would bring his dogs. He'd bring one of his pointers, one of his setters, and that's what I bring. That's what I bring to my demos. I bring one of each. I call it a true pair, true Georgia hunting bird dog pair. And so what I actually want to talk about during the demo today is, or generally what I do talk about just across the board, because it's always usually a new audience, how we got to bird dogs today, right? Like, I like to talk about the history and why Thomasville is such a special place when it comes to bird dog history, the meaning behind it, right? And how bird dogs were really, like, especially pointers, were really shaped. Well, like what we know as like champion pointers, class bird dogs, were very much so shaped down here in the South, right? You had a lot of northern guys back in the early 20th century. You had a lot of guys coming from up north, coming down here to the South, to Georgia, to Thomasville, because it was the end of the railway. on a train, and the weather was always good. It was always really good. And then the wild bird populations of bobwhite quail existed down here like nowhere else, in the country. There were quail all over native to America, but Thomasville, Georgia, and really the Red Hills. So from Albany to Thomasville to Tallahassee, like that was the quail mecca. And so I like to talk about that in my demos. And where my relation comes in is like Neal Carter was my mentor. I was able to fall into the tradition of raising and training, bird dogs to hunt off a horseback and foot. My stuff is foot now, but I did my horseback thing too. And just really talking about the value and the beauty of having over 200 years worth of knowledge passed down to me from Neal, from his granddaddy, and all of that, and just the traditions of African American dogmen and how we raise and train dogs to shape American history, another part of American history, a pretty significant part of American history, although it's not as pronounced outside of the Red Hills community. Is not as pronounced as it is in the majority of the country now. But there was a time when, this was it. The American Field was a newspaper just like anywhere else, So, and that is, the newspaper that would document, all types of outdoor activity, hunting and stuff like that, sporting activities. And it was, one of those places where, people really got an update on what the hottest, latest, greatest, hottest dogs were. Just like horse racing, just like anything else. I feel like I'm actually kind of rehearsing doing this. But yeah, so like the guys that mentored me, Neal, having, the experience from his, family and uncles and all of that stuff, like the guys that mentored me, they would have been some of the forerunners to shaping American history, down in Thomasville, Georgia. And the plantations down there, not only are they some of the oldest plantations in the country, in American history, but also, again, you're talking about presidents would come down there to do business. A lot of politics were shaped, in Thomasville, Georgia. So, a lot of artists came down to Thomasville. A few of my artist friends are down there now. Ron Thompson, Mr. Clark, is down that way. And they all, run bird dogs and use the plantations and nature to be inspired, to inspire their work. So yeah, it's one of those things, man. Like, I'm glad to be a part of it. I'm glad to be going back down to Thomasville, to really, I feel like I haven't been down there in about a year, just doing other stuff, out of town and up in Atlanta and trying to get everything on my side of town going. But it'll be good to come back down here. I'm gonna see if I got the time, see if I can catch up with Miss Sue, Miss Neal's wife, if she's available afterwards. But tentative. That's a tentative thing, but I'm going to get drip first from Elsoma, and then I will head to Box Hall. So yeah, man, stay tuned, and I'll video the rest of the trip, and hopefully y'all enjoy. All right, folks, on to the next. go up the hill, go get Drip. Yes. Willie and Clinton. There you go.
So y'all won't get them mixed up. I said, okay, y'all didn't tell me that.
It's all good.
Goddamn white and brown and earned dogs.
Man, yeah. What's up, man?
Yeah, that's true. You're hunting now.
Boy, I know. Shit, he was hunting when he was little, man. Drip. What's up, Drip? Hey, buddy. You back? What's up? Hey, man. What's up? You back? What's up, dude? All right. Let's get you in this kennel. All right. Kennel. Good boy. All right. We got Drip. We got him back. Welcome back to the team. He looks really good. I'm real excited to have him. It's good to see Willie and Clinton. My buddy Eric, Dogman, is not there today. He's out of town, but thank you, Eric, for getting him over to me. Yeah, so Drip is going to be hunting with me this season with Joker and Spade. So, you know, just building the team back up. So, that being said, folks, we are off to Box Hall for the bird dog demo. Joker, demo time. There you go. Get them ready. There it is. You ready? Show these folks what it is. All right, buddy. All right. Then we got something to work with. I had to turn my camera on. I hope it got it. I appreciate it. Well, dog was sent. In that bag are some bobwhite quail. The only thing that is like not up to and you be getting like torn up, shredded up and stuff like that. But this is Joker. So first off, thank y'all for being here. I'm Durrell Smith, born and raised in Atlanta. Glad to be here. I feel like I live here all the time, but I promise you I actually exist in Atlanta too. I'm a artist, painter, all that stuff. One half of my life, and the other half of my life, I am a orchestra instrument. Miriam know me since I literally started doing this, and thank you for having me here. I've probably been doing this grand whole time. I'd love to come down here, kind of through mentorship. My mentor was the dude named Neal Carter from Thomasville. Taught me everything that I know, and I was brought into dog competition, field trial, horseback, all that stuff. Really cool. If you ever get a chance to go to field trial. Speaking of that, so that guy helps me keep my kids in school. That right there is what people pay for. What y'all are oohing and eyeing about is exactly what people come to see. It's a fantastic thing because where y'all at is like a connection. Right? I'll show you guys what I call the race. Which is him. An English point, which is Drip, and my other I use slang or I use stuff that like my girl Spain, competition and stuff like that. And so Big Joker, that's the winning card, right? Is he not Big Joker in right now? All right, there we go. And then I got my girl Spade. So when I read it, I don't know what I'm gonna hit it. And then I got Drip because you know swag. So he over there. But So, what Georgia is famous for, what I call this the Mecca, this is a bobwhite. This is King Bobwhite down here. The male, as you can see, the white on his head. Let him off. If he don't get those birds, I guarantee you it's some down that way. These are, cultivated by us. All ones exist here. Very hard. Their whole job is to my job is the natural part. I don't train any of what he's doing. The only time that I actually and all I do is basically come in and I tell him he's doing a good job. I just tell him, do a good job, bring a tail. That's my whole job. And it takes me 3 years to do a good job to get that, right? But at 4 months old, they're doing that anyway. It's just the repeat repetitiveness, all of that stuff. So what I'm gonna do is get going. Whoa. That's the end of his entire job. So let's do that one more time. Whoa, 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 whoa. So his whole job. Whoa. When I say whoa, that means hold your brakes. Chill out. He now, whoa. He said, "No, we're not doing that today. We're not doing that today." So the good thing is this bird is locked up. So what I'm gonna do? Cause I speak to him in Spanish. I'm gonna tell y'all a funny joke. Hey, come here. You looking for the one that went in the woods? Hey, come here. Not that one either. He know I'm cheating. There you go. Whoop, whoop. There you go. He know I'm cutting corners. So everything that we do with this, at the end of the day, I don't really care about shooting the birds. Like the cool part is actually the birds flying away. Like the cool part is, and then when you do all that work, like I walk about 15 miles a day. I'm really not that hard pressed to shoot the birds, but obviously people come down to do it. But my thing is, I like that happen. I like when this thing that like God put in them like activates, right? And it went from y'all petting them to that in a heartbeat, right? And as an artist, I study stuff like that. So a lot of my paintings, my artwork come off of being able to get photos. Really easy to get photos when you got a good dog. Out the wild and stuff like that, and I'll be able to translate those paintings those points into paintings. Sorry. So what I also want to do, show you guys. here's what you want. Right? Now, because he's so close, it's also hot when you're training dogs. Scent don't really ride. Scent don't really ride. So, don't really ride. So this is not, he's going to kind of creep up on it a little bit. But you want his attention there. You want his attention there. I should be able to walk around him. Kind of quick. Problem with that is he was looking like, dude, you're real close. Real situation, we would never get that close. Wild Quail are not going to let you ever get that close. You'll be into that thing, and you start walking that fly out. That's a lot of pressure for him. You know what I'm saying? Just to pushing that pressure. And then also being around y'all socially. Right? Like they get used to doing it. You know, you could have anywhere from a wagon of folks, right? 5, 6, 7 people out. You can have a whole gallery full of them. Those dogs need to be able to remain and not big out. Yeah. So, you know, that's it. I'm glad to, like I said, be here with y'all. And before my dog stresses me out by trying to get out, I want to open it up to any kind of question. So